through. You don't want that half in.
Yeah, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So we're going back out of that. So as soon as I'd turn it on, I'd go to the stage here of heat.
Preheat, yeah.
So as soon as you turn it on, before you even do anything, just preheat that. That way your bed gets heated, this gets heated, and you haven't, because you always have a little bit of mucking around.
Yeah, right.
Then while that's going on, we'll start that there, and you can see it's going to take a few minutes to heat up. We'll just leave that go now. And then from there we can just build something now. So we can load in something that's in the memory.
So that's a USB port, is it?
Yep, these are already stored in the memory of the machine.
Oh, okay, right.
So if you want to print a few of them, I don't know what's here.
Or
You could select something. You could select something and say, "This box here," and then we hit build.
Right.
Build it there.
Right.
Okay.
So is there a USB port that like this?
Yep. There's a USB port here, so you can.
Oh yeah.
That's here's USB there, I think. Now,
Yeah, there's
there should be a cable that goes through.
on that. Oh,
Come on, you ready?
Yep.
When you first log on, you're going to need to set up what machine it is. So you're going to come in here and select the guided 2S, yeah?
Oh yeah, yep.
That way it knows what sizes and things are.
And that's just on the. Yeah, gotcha.
You'll then, we'll just continue, I think. Load model, we're probably going to be in an STL. Let's just see an STL there.
Yeah, is that it?
There
the
it is.
second one? Yep.
I haven't got my glasses on.
I can't see it either. No, I have got glasses.
This is just... first run wizard, you could probably use that.
Oh yeah.
But we would just load something. So you'd have a file that you click on and load it to it.
We'll get one.
export this is nice.
Yeah, STL. Yeah.
Nice picture.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be good to have both of them up and running consistently. It's that typical thing though, where you've got the.
Unless you want to do that,
Yeah, if I can just do that one as a
if you
test.
just export it. So yeah, file, export, CAD format,
Oh, okay.
and then you make sure it's an STL. Because it's, you might have to save as maybe. Something like that. Save file, save as.
I like that. Oh. Okay, there's something going on then. Let's go file. Let's go apart. I wonder if that would be a weird plane. You said CAD?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
STL. Okay, let's put this file is newer than mine.
Okay, so file, load a file.
Save data. That's weird. I've got Inventor on there.
My other potential should be able to just move it, but maybe if
It's not really small or something,
That's
is it?
what I wondered.
that's weird.
It's not real. Is that how big is that? It's not really, really tiny. Okay. It's not coming, or at least can't see it.
Doesn't look like it's it.
No.
Okay, let's, I'll just open up one really quickly so that I'll press that button.
Here's an example. I just found an example.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just,
So how can, like, you've got one on there now. What if I had like 5 kids wanted to go home?
yep, so we'll just load the examples soon to speed things up. Here's the examples.
Yeah. Okay. So 20 mil
20
box.
mil box.
Yep. So Tara. So we just loaded an example up out of in here, and if there's, so it's a 20 mil box. So we just like file example 20 mil. Okay. Yeah.
This one here.
IQ. All right, you just can move them out and place them. So how much sort of room should you leave in between each one?
Oh, I don't think it matters too much.
You can rotate? Oh yeah.
Yep, you can rotate that. And that's what you'd do to
Yeah, to line stuff better. Yeah.
and when you're doing it, you obviously need to think what's the best way to get it out.
Yeah.
Like this one here, which is long, you wouldn't want to print it like this. It'd take a long time. You
Yeah.
want it lying down, so you'd have to think that through very carefully which way is the best way for it to print.
Yeah.
But it's more than the printing. It's printing and then being able to get it off. So
Yeah,
you might be able to have something that's really thin, and it's better to have it lying on the flat
Yeah.
than up on the knife edge. But you also have to consider that you have to get it off the bed
the
here.
bed.
And if it's too thin, it might be better to print it a different way so that you can actually get it off if it's
Right.
thin
Yeah.
and flimsy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we're happy with those.
Yep.
So we just go to the print and we just go in here.
Maybe just print one.
Oh, we won't print the whole thing.
Pardon?
Are you gonna,
No.
I-
We
I-
just
I
started
just-
printing and then cancel it.
Which
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
we can just let's just print. Once I delete them, it's just easy enough.
Yeah.
Move on.
See, I think the thing that Dowsy had a time with was how big that is. So when you import it, he had to make a guess to how big it actually was.
So what's the scale do? Does that, when you adjust the
Should be
scale?
1:1.
1:1, yeah, you can adjust it. You can make it bigger or smaller, but you don't actually know what you're adjusting.
Yeah, so it doesn't give you dimensions on there when you adjust the scale.
Well, that's why you need to make sure that when you did it on Inventor or whatever, you've got the exact right scale. Because when it comes in, it will be that right scale.
Yeah, right.
So
So if you adjust the scale, if you import it at the right dimensions, you come in here and scale it.
you're
You're screwed.
there's no way of knowing what that's scaled to.
Right.
It's only a guesstimate.
Yeah, okay.
So with the supports, depending on what you've done and what you're modelling, you may want to have supports, you may not want to.
Yeah.
So say you've got something like this, you're modelling this, and you've got something that sticks, you've got something here, and you've got something out there that's sticking out like that you want to model, it's going to want to have supports on that because it's not going to be able to print there. So you'd say, yes, that have supports. But if it's just a rectangular box,
Yeah.
you might not have supports.
Right.
Because it's
And
going to
does
take...
it
that's
does
gonna
that
add-
automatically?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Not automatically, you have to click on it. So there's some supports, or I can clear supports.
Okay. And then,
But for
yeah,
this
auto.
one, we'll just say that we won't have supports because that looks all right.
Well, if you can you import that fish back in?
I beg your
You
pardon?
know the example that it would look like fish bones or something like that, or
Yep.
snake it was, wasn't it?
The back here.
I think it was a big.
Oh, I gotta remember what it was.
No, I think it was an file example.
File examples, that's right.
I'm not running off this right now.
What was it? The
No,
snake.
snake, yeah. So if you grab that and sort of move it out, I guess, and then tip it up on edge, like rotate it onto, onto an angle, if that makes sense. It's not liking that, is it?
Maybe it's too close to this, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, Flynn, you can go back.
No, the move's still clicked on. It's not clicked on moving. There we go.
There we go.
You're right.
It's a traffic crazy.
That's right, just adjust it by the numbers. It doesn't really matter, it's just for the auto, if you know what I mean.
Did it before, didn't it?
Yeah, it did do it before. There we go. Oh, that's weird. So how do you get that out of the deck?
To go for views, I guess. Yeah. That's awful, isn't it? That's what we're after.
It's basically your scoring system. And you don't have to get.
Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it?
Right? There's many good products that don't check all the boxes. Right?
What a pain in the neck.
That could be a
It is, isn't it?
product, right?
Right, yeah. See it, it's
Oh, I don't know. Is it behind you?
terrible. Front view?
Where did it go?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, boy, this is off work.
There it is.
It's done that because we've
Yeah, I know what I tried.
shouldn't have done that, should we? There it is.
Yeah, there he is.
So, what do we go? Looks like there. There it is.
Aha.
I found it.
It's amazing. It's a long way out of the deck. I didn't think it'd be that far out.
Still not up high, are we?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's not user friendly at all, is it?
Yeah. Fixed it.
I think we'll leave that, eh?
Yeah.
That's all good. We'll just go supports. We'll just do auto supports. We'll put it in for once.
Yeah, right.
Generated, you can see in here
Yep.
what's been generated. It's just to hold those things up. But if you have those supports in, that's something then you'll have to go in and get out of a model.
Yeah,
so
get
if
them
you can
out
get
of-
without
Right.
having them,
Makes sense, yeah.
I will leave them in though. And then really that's that there, that a lot? No, doesn't like it there.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
And then really it's just a printer.
Oh, is this where?
Here's where we tell what sort of material.
Yep, maybe yes, right, eh?
Enabled, disaster.
So do you do a raft?
The raft is what's glued to the thing.
Yep.
I would tend to, in the initial stages, design and keep it on a raft.
Yeah, right, eh? Okay.
Because if it doesn't actually stick to, if the first bit that goes down is a bit cold coming out, it won't necessarily have good adhesion to the
Right.
platform. Whereas the raft, by the time it gets down, it'll be,
Yeah,
should be
okay.
well and
Yeah,
truly
what was it
flat.
called?
So the raft,
Raft.
I'd recommend
Yeah.
that you put a raft in. It's
Yeah.
extra cleaning, but until you've really get a handle on it, you'll
Yeah.
just make sure that it's gone out just standard resolution.
And what's the more options?
More plastic goes through the machine.
Oh, okay, right.
So it's going to be faster. So let's put the lower one. But if you're doing a model, it's you're going to send
Yeah.
away to panel or something, you probably want to go with the faster one. Go okay.
1 hour, 7 minutes.
Yep, weight estimation.
And it tells you, okay, 4.9 metres, or 5 metres,
So yep,
and 15 grams.
15 grams.
Yeah, right.
So the good thing about that, if it's 4.9 metres of that, and you get 100 metres on the roll,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
50
it's
bucks,
5 minutes going to cost you $50 for it.
Yeah.
If it's $10 a metre,
Yeah,
you know how much the model's going to cost,
Right.
which is good for projects and things.
that's right. Well, that's what you could give to the kids as part of their constraints too, couldn't you?
So we've had a look at that, we're happy.
Yep.
We're going to print it. And print. Something that wrong. Not correct. So it's been disconnected. There we go.
Oh, is it just not plugged in properly? Yeah. Okay, cool.
So it's going to bring that down to home. Home's
Yep.
at the 00 down the bottom.
Right.
Home's at the bottom. It'll go down to home and then come back up.
Right.
Down there.
And that's it?
That's that.